Hello, friends. I am here to walk you through a little bit of our novel study on Julie of the Wolves. So I've printed out just the first couple of pages of our novel study for Julie of the Wolves, and you have that in your inbox, parents. And we've read the entire part 1 now. However, I'm wondering if some of you wouldn't like to also read on your own. The Kindle version or the Nook version from Barnes & Noble is about $7. And I have the hard copy, but I also downloaded it so that I could just read it on my computer and not have to keep looking away. So if you want to do that, I think it's probably a good idea. And the best part about that is you're reading while you're listening, so you can hear how words are pronounced as you read along, which gives you a lot more literacy. Okay. So if that's something you'd like to do, I'd say go for it. Okay. Now, here is the first part of our Julie of the Wolves novel study. And this is where we're going to get out our dictionary. So I have my big dictionary right here. And here, this is what it looks like. Dictionary Detective. And it's for part 1. Okay, so part 1 is what we read. So you're going to be starting off looking for the word predicament. Predicament. So what we want to do, and we've had this lesson in class, so it shouldn't be hard. We're going to learn how to find words in the dictionary, and that requires alphabetization. So we know our alphabet song. Everyone knows the alphabet song, right? I'll sing it in case you forgot. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now, I'm so used to the Montessori part. Usually I sing now. We've sung our alphabet so that I will not forget. The other song goes a different way, but I'm a Montessori person, so that's how I think of it. All right, so first we're going to go to P. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Okay, so P is between O and Q. So I'm going to find P right here. I turned right to O. Here's O. P comes after O. So I'm going to keep going. Still in O. Oh, look, I got to P. So now we're going to look at the second letter. Here we have P, right? We found the P section. The next letter, and I just underlined it, is R. So now we have to find PR. I happened to flip right to PE. Okay, so I'm going to show you the guide words again. We've done this before, that's why I'm saying again. So I have pedestrian and pier. Those are our guide words. So pedestrian will be at the top, and all the way at the bottom of this page will be pier. So those are your guide words. Those tell you, okay, all the other words that are on this page are between those two words, pedestrian and pier. Well, pedestrian starts with PE and pier starts with PE. So we're not going to find predicament on this page. We need to go to a page that has PR. So I'm going to keep turning the page. I just randomly turn the page to PL. Well, which comes first, R or L? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. L comes first. So that means R will be after L. I'm going to keep going. Ooh, I just happened to turn to PR. Do you notice I'm not turning every single page? I turned a group of pages because I knew L was a bit away from R. So I turned a bunch of pages, and guess what? I happened to turn right to PR. And here I am. I've got on this page, the guide words are predicate and preferable. Predicate and preferable. Okay. We've worked with predicates before, haven't we? That's the verb part of the sentence. So predicate. Okay, let's think about this. Think. Predicate. And I have predicament. Ooh. There's a lot of similarity between those words, isn't it? Predicate. In fact, I'm going to write it down so you can see the similarity. Predicate. So this is the first guide word on the page that I'm on. I see P, there's a P. There's an R, there's an R. Here's an E, and there's an E. A D, and a D. There's an I, there's an I. There's a C, and there's a C. There's an A, there's an A. Okay, there's a T there. And now there's an M. That's the first letter we've come to that is different. Does T come before or after M? Let's sing our song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Which came first? M came first, didn't it? So that means predicament is going to come before predicate. That means I need to go back just a little bit though. So I'm just going to turn the page back one page. Okay. So here I go. I'm going to go back one page. Oh, this is amazing. I didn't plan this. I didn't even know it. Look at the guide word on this page. It's predicament. Okay. Now that we've found predicament, I'm going to read it. Predicament. The word is on this page, but the definition is on the other page. Number 1, a troublesome, embarrassing, or ludicrous situation. A troublesome, embarrassing, or ludicrous situation. I'm going to write that down. That's the definition. Here I go. And if I don't remember how to spell things, I can always look. Troublesome. Oh yeah, okay. Embarrassing. Oh, look at all these other words I'm learning how to spell. Or ludicrous. What does ludicrous mean? Kind of like ridiculous. Ludicrous situation. Did you notice that I was looking a lot at how to spell my words? I like to spell words correctly if I can. Now, when we're just inventive spelling, it doesn't matter. But if we're reading it off of something that it's already written on, why not spell it the right way? It's right there. Spell it the right way. And then you'll learn how to spell things. Okay, so now I want to show you how I wrote that down. A troublesome, embarrassing, or ludicrous situation. So did Miax find herself in a predicament when she was lost in the tundra, in the Arctic? Yeah, she was in a predicament. You find yourself in predicaments all sorts of ways. What if you run out of gas and you're on the side of the road? You're in a predicament. Okay. So there's lots of ways to find yourself in a predicament. Miax is in a predicament, isn't she? So the way we found this word is the same way you find all these words. You use your alphabetic knowledge, you know the alphabet. You go through your dictionary and you search for all these words. You find the definition. Sometimes there's more than one. Just go ahead and write the first one, okay? and write down the definition. Look at the words and how to spell them and spell them correctly. Okay, because we talked about this, it's right in front of you. You don't need to inventive spell anything. It's all written out for you so you can do it correctly. Okay, so that's page 1. Now, on page 2, it's a vocabulary study. Okay, so you are going to use those words that you just learned and you're going to match them. Now, boys and girls, when we read directions, we need to make sure we read like a detective, correct? We've talked about this. When we are reading like a detective, we're trying to solve the mystery. We're trying to figure out, what are we trying to know? What does the author of this paper want us to do? Okay, you can do it. You can figure this out. So let's read this direction first. Match up. Match the words in the left column. There's our left column to their definitions in the right column. And this is the right column. Remember how we learned left and right? Which hand makes the letter L? My left one. That's my left one. It makes the letter L. If you're holding up this hand and it makes a backwards L, that's not left. Left, right. All right. So I'm going to look at the word predicament, and then I'm going to come over here to the right, and I'm going to try to find something that matches that word. Okay, predicament. A boring sameness. That doesn't match. Having many different uses. No. Scolded or warned. A difficult or hard situation. Oh, well, let's see. What did I write? A troublesome or embarrassing or ludicrous situation. Now, if it doesn't have the exact same words, does that matter? Of course not. You can read and understand that some words mean kind of the same thing. So troublesome and difficult can be the same type of word. Those are synonyms, right? Synonyms. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line between predicament and a difficult or hard situation. I matched it. So you go ahead and do that with all of them. And then fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Well, that's kind of obvious. You're going to fill in a blank. Complete each sentence by filling in the blanks with the provided vocabulary. So they've provided you the vocabulary words. These are the vocabulary words that are provided. They've given them to you. Predicament, regal, monotony, versatile, reprimanded, and undulating. Now, we haven't filled out all of our definitions, so you don't want to do this until you have done this, right? Because if you do this first, you might not know what those words mean. Those are some big words, right? So let's see if I can find predicament. The Swiss Army knife proved blank and useful in the wilderness. Blank wouldn't be filled in by predicament in that sentence. Let's use predicament in that sentence. The Swiss Army knife proved predicament and useful in the wilderness. No, that doesn't make any sense. Number 2, the predicament lion, king of beasts, prowled the savannah at dawn. Well, that makes no sense. So no. Number 3, Janice became bored by the predicament of the conversation. That doesn't make any sense either. By the hard situation? No. Number 4, we were in quite a predicament when our car ran out of gas on the freeway. I didn't even read that before I gave you that example. That's funny. Well, obviously, that is the word that we should use to fill in that blank. Okay, so I'm going to show you. We were in quite a predicament. Now, should I use inventive spelling here? No, it's written right there. Spell it correctly. Okay, we were in quite a predicament when our car ran out of gas. Okay, a little extra. Describe a predicament you once experienced. How did you deal with your predicament? Maybe you fell in the mud and you didn't have an extra pair of clothes. Maybe you, some of you have done this. Maybe you wandered into the pond and your boot got stuck and you had to walk back to class with your socks on only. That's a predicament, right? How did you deal with it? How did you handle it? Maybe you forgot your lunch at home and you had to figure something out because you needed to eat because you were hungry. Lots of things can be predicaments, can't they? So come up with something that happened to you in your life right here. All right. Now, the rest of the pages are similar. They're going to be using those same words, and you're going to be writing some answers. Okay. So this is going to take some writing as well. All right. And then chapter summary. So if you were to give a title to this section of the book, what would it be? And this is for pages 5 through 24. You know, this is a little bit challenging because you've only listened to it aloud. And so if you want to do this in detail, I would suggest that you go ahead and download the book onto a tablet and go ahead and read. And you can always go back to the videos of me reading and listen along while you're reading. Okay. All right, friends, have fun and stay safe, stay warm. I hope you guys are also building snowmen and playing in the snow. In fact, I would love to see pictures of your snowmen if you could possibly send them to me. Okay. It would be fun to have like a little snowman gallery, picture gallery on our Facebook page. All right. I love you and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.